Kolkata, the city of joy, the city of Ada, a city where every street corner has a story to tell, and every lane echoes with laughter and life, and the city of trams. These trams are not just vehicles, they are the lifeblood of the city, weaving through its heart and soul. For over a century, these charming vehicles with their clanging bells and leisurely pace were the soul of Kolkata's streets. They moved with a grace that matched the city's unhurried rhythm. The year was 1902, when the first electric tramcar trundled down the tracks, marking the beginning of a unique relationship between a city and its mode of transport. It was a moment of pride and progress. These weren't just trams, they were moving landmarks, silent witnesses to history, and an integral part of Kolkata's identity. They saw the city through its highs and lows, its celebrations and struggles. The tram system quickly became a lifeline for the bustling city, connecting north to south, east to west. It was a network that brought people together, bridging distances and fostering connections. Students, office-goers, families out for an evening stroll. The trams carried them all, weaving through the city's fabric, their presence as familiar as the aroma of freshly brewed Darjeeling tea. They were a part of daily life, a constant companion. The gentle rocking of the tram, the breeze flowing in through the open windows, the cacophony of city sounds. It was a sensory experience unique to Kolkata. Each ride was a journey through the city's vibrant tapestry. For generations, the trams were more than just a means of transportation. They were a part of the family. They were the backdrop to countless memories, a silent witness to the passage of time. Grandparents reminisced about their first tram rides. Parents used them for their daily commutes, and children were fascinated by their old-world charm. Each generation found something to love in these trams. The trams were a common thread, connecting generations of Kolkatans, their presence a reassuring constant in a rapidly changing world. They stood as a testament to the city's enduring spirit and its ability to embrace the old while moving forward. But time, like the city's trams, never stands still. The turn of the century brought with it new challenges for the tramways. Kolkata, like many other Indian cities, was experiencing rapid urbanization. The population swelled, the roads became congested, and the pace of life accelerated. The trams, once the epitome of efficiency, began to struggle to keep up. The once smooth journeys were now hampered by traffic snarls. Trams, restricted to their tracks, found themselves caught in the crossfire of buses, cars, and auto rickshaws, their progress agonizingly slow. The very infrastructure that supported them, the tram tracks, became a point of contention, blamed for traffic bottlenecks and pedestrian inconvenience. Adding to the woes, the cost of maintaining the aging tram network began to escalate. The trams, many of them decades old, required frequent repairs and replacements. Spare parts became harder to source, and the skilled technicians who knew the intricacies of these vintage machines were a dwindling breed. As Kolkata grew, so did its transportation options. The city, once reliant on its iconic trams, began to see a shift in its commuting landscape. The arrival of the metro rail system, with its promise of speed and efficiency, was a game changer. It offered a modern alternative to the traditional tramways, quickly becoming the preferred choice for many. Suddenly, the tram's leisurely pace seemed archaic in comparison. The once charming, slow-moving trams were now seen as a hindrance in a city that was rapidly modernizing. The metro offered a faster, air-conditioned respite from the city's heat and dust, features that the humble tram could not compete with. Commuters found solace in the metro's punctuality and comfort, making it an attractive option. The rise of private vehicles also chipped away at the tram's passenger base. As the city's economy grew, so did the number of cars and scooters on the roads, leading to increased traffic congestion. Owning a car or scooter became a symbol of aspiration, and many Kolkatans, once loyal patrons of the trams, were lured by the convenience and privacy of personal transport. The allure of personal vehicles was hard to resist, offering freedom and status. The tram, once a symbol of Kolkata's collective spirit, was slowly becoming an anachronism. Its dwindling passenger numbers were a stark reminder of changing times and preferences. The decline in ridership had a direct impact on the tramway's financial health. With fewer passengers, revenue plummeted, making it difficult to maintain and upgrade the aging infrastructure. Ticket prices, kept artificially low to cater to the masses, failed to cover the rising operational costs. The financial strain was evident, and the tramways struggled to stay afloat. The tramways, once a source of pride for the city, were now seen as a financial drain, their future uncertain. The once bustling tram stations now stood as quiet reminders of a bygone era, their fate hanging in the balance as the city moved forward. The gradual decline of Kolkata's trams is a complex tale, woven with threads of nostalgia, progress, and perhaps a touch of neglect. These trams, once the lifeline of the city, have seen better days. They were not just vehicles but symbols of a bygone era, representing the charm and elegance of old Kolkata. Critics argued that the tramways were not given the attention they deserved. The infrastructure, which once gleamed with pride, now lies in a state of disrepair. The depots, once bustling with activity, now stand silent, echoing the neglect that has befallen them. While the metro network expanded, the tram routes remained largely unchanged, failing to adapt to the city's evolving needs. The metro, with its sleek design and rapid transit, became the preferred choice for many, leaving the trams to languish. The contrast between the modern metro and the aging trams couldn't be starker. Maintenance, too, became a point of contention. The once meticulous care given to the trams dwindled over the years. Rusting parts and deteriorating infrastructure became common sights, reflecting the lack of investment and attention. The trams, once symbols of civic pride, were often seen in a state of disrepair, their paint peeling, their interiors grimy. The neglect was evident to anyone who boarded them, a stark reminder of their fading glory. This lack of upkeep further tarnished their image, pushing passengers towards cleaner, more modern alternatives. The metro, with its air-conditioned coaches and punctual service, became the go-to option for daily commuters, leaving the trams to run nearly empty. The debate over the tramway's future became increasingly polarized. On one side, there were those who saw the trams as outdated and inefficient, a hindrance to the city's progress. On the other, passionate advocates who believed in preserving this piece of Kolkata's history. Some saw them as relics of the past, impediments to progress, their slow pace incompatible with a city on the move. The trams, once the heartbeat of Kolkata's streets, now struggled to keep up with the fast-paced urban life. Others, however, fiercely defended their existence, arguing that the trams were not just a mode of transport, but a part of Kolkata's heritage, their presence on the streets a reminder of a bygone era. They believed that with proper care and modernization, the trams could once again become a cherished part of the city's landscape, blending the old with the new.